If you want to lose this weight and get your goal body in 2026, I am so excited for you. And we absolutely must talk about the traps that we tend to fall into that keep us gaining and losing the same weight over and over again, and ultimately leave you coming back year after year with New Year's weight loss goals. This is the year that we're going to put that to an end. This is the last year that weight loss is going to be a New Year's goal for you. In this episode, we're going to go on a little walk and talk, and I am going to lay out for you the 6 mistakes that I want you to avoid, and the last 2 are absolutely the most important. The thing is, these mistakes look harmless. In fact, they even look like discipline, but the truth is they are quietly wrecking your consistency. If you're a woman who is successful in every other area of your life, but losing this weight and getting into your dream body is the one area you just cannot seem to get traction on or get a handle on, then this video is for you. So let's go on a hot girl walk and talk about these 6 points, and also want to share with you my year-end rituals, some really simple things that you can do to set yourself up for success in 2026. But also, I want to share with you my free download for my year-end journaling prompts. This is where you're going to get real with yourself about exactly what the patterns are that have held you back. All right, let's get into it. If losing this weight and getting your goal body once and for all is a priority for you in 2026, I'm not talking about it sounds nice. I'm not talking about, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm talking, it is an absolute priority for you that you are going to lock in, get serious, lose this weight for the last time. Then I've got some things that I want to talk to you about that you absolutely do not want to do. Some mistakes that I see so many women make. By the way, if we haven't met before, I'm Hillary. I lost 100 pounds naturally over a decade ago, and I did it using my goal body method. I have degrees in nutrition and psychology because it's not just about the diet for fat loss. It is truly about the mindset as well. And I have worked in my women's weight loss business for the last 9 years, working with women from all over the world. And my goal and intention is not to help you lose the weight. It is to help you lose the weight for the last time. So if that's you, if you are sick and tired of being on the diet roller coaster every single New Year's, your goals are centered around weight loss, then this is the year. I fully believe this is the year that so many women will actually lose the weight and get their goal body. But there are some key things that I want you to avoid that will absolutely set you back and keep you stuck in your body. By the way, it is the day after Christmas. It is 75 degrees in Arkansas. What the heck? And I am walking back and forth on this street near my house, but I'm sweaty. I've been up and down some hills, and I've been battling some sort of sinus cold. So if I sound crazy, sorry, but the new year energy definitely has me wanting to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. So forgive. All right, let's get into these mistakes that I don't want you to make in 2026 if you want to lose this weight and get your goal body. And by the way, the last 2 are definitely the most important in my opinion. But number 1 mistake, following so many inspiration accounts and soaking up all of that content, yet not taking action yourself. So let me just call out the obvious. Obviously, a lot of what I do is inspiration content. I am here for like sharing the inspiration. I love following inspiration accounts, but the problem with this is sometimes consuming motivational content can create this illusion that we're doing things when really we're not. And this is not just me saying this. I definitely see this with my clients, but also science says that your brain will kind of trick you into even just consuming somebody else's motivational content where they're doing the things, making you feel like you actually did that's progress that you're making. And I see so many women stuck bookmarking things, saving things, like soaking up all of this content, yet that will keep you stuck in this illusion that, again, you're taking action, you're making progress, when in reality, you're not really doing as much as you could be doing, or you're not doing anything at all. I've been guilty of this myself in the past, and we can't have this conversation without also just talking about doom scrolling and over consuming content in general, leading to that sort of like overflow of information and brain rot, especially short form content. Like, we know that this is not good for our brains. We know that these apps are designed to keep us stuck and locked in. And so then again, we're still sitting and procrastinating and not taking the action ourselves. So the fix for this isn't to unfollow all of the inspiration accounts that you love to follow, although I am a huge fan of doing a detox, but more so just putting up some guardrails around this, having content consumption time, making sure that you're getting up and taking the action yourself so that you actually make progress this year instead of spending another year stuck and spinning your wheels. The second thing that kind of goes along with this is searching and researching for the perfect plan or hopping to downloading a new plan. The truth is consistency beats novelty all the time. And I tell so many women who reach out to me that are stuck in their weight loss goals and they're constantly plan hopping or looking for that perfect thing. The truth is, most diets will work for weight loss. If you're in a calorie deficit, that's going to work. It's not a matter of like the perfect diet. Yes, you need something that you can actually be consistent with for sure. But most of the time, where people fall short, why they don't reach their weight loss goals isn't the diet itself, it is the consistency factor and adhering to it, especially long enough to actually see results. So the fix for this one is to find the plan that you're going to stick to and commit to. If this is truly going to be the year that you're going to lose this weight, think about how much time you end up wasting hopping from one thing to the next, backsliding while you're searching and in between plans. Really think about like, what would it mean for you if you committed to one plan for 1 year? And yes, you can adjust things and adapt. We're going to talk about that in the last point. But truthfully, I think that the women who will succeed and get their goal body in 2026 and beyond are the women who can learn how to be consistent with one plan. The third mistake that I want you to avoid is guessing at your weight loss goal. Again, if we're truly serious about losing this weight for the last time, then hoping that we're doing the things, hoping that we're going to see the progress really just isn't it. And this is a cornerstone of my 100-pound weight loss success and my clients. As a part of my program, we track our progress and we log our food. It is literally backed by research that we underestimate how many calories we're consuming and overestimate how much we're moving. And so this makes self-monitoring and reporting using tools like food logging absolutely crucial if you have a goal that you truly want to accomplish when it comes to losing weight, making sure that you're doing everything possible and tracking what you're consuming in order to get that result. Also tracking your progress. This is a huge one that if I hadn't done this, there's no way that I would have lost 100 pounds. And inside of our program, we have something, our signature progress tracker. And so you can actually get this as a part of my Goal Body Starter system. But this is a sheet where you track everything, your scale weight, your calories, your protein, your fiber, your steps, all of it. And it does all of the math for you and it shows you your averages so that you can actually see what is the progress happening week to week instead of getting hung up on what the scale said yesterday or the pop-up that happened today. You can actually look at your data properly and assess, do I need to make an adjustment? Am I seeing progress? This is absolutely so crucial and will continue to be crucial in 2026. So if you're somebody who tends to wing it and go off the rails because the scale popped up and you're not really sure if you're actually seeing progress and you let those emotions get the best of you, or you're just trying to cut portions or cut out sugar or make some changes and you're not actually looking at the data and tracking your progress and ensuring that you actually know, you cannot go into wanting to get your goal body and losing the weight for the last time if you aren't actually measuring it. Okay, these last two, and like I said, these are hands down the
most important. And by the way, if you struggle with these two, you are absolutely going to want to stick around for the month of January, because we're going to get deeper into both of these on my YouTube channel, on my podcast, and inside of my free insider email community. Number 5 is going to be the identity and mindset work. You absolutely cannot avoid the mindset work if you want to get your goal body in 2026. And truthfully, this is the piece of the puzzle most women are missing. You might actually be watching this and you're like, Hillary, I am super successful. I can run my household. I'm successful in my career, my relationships, but my body is just like the one thing I cannot figure out. And you may know some of the things I just talked about, that you need to track your progress. You need to log your food. You need to be doing all of these things. But the problem isn't knowing what to do. It's actually doing it. And this, ladies, is where the mindset and identity work comes in. If your identity is not solid, then the minute that things go sideways, that stress pops up, kids get sick, you travel, all of this, like the minute that that stuff pops up, you're going to abandon these goals if you haven't done the identity work and made the mindset shifts of lasting weight loss. So many women can lose weight. It's keeping it off that's the problem. Identity work is key in weight loss, because when you actually see yourself as the woman who follows through, who does these habits no matter what, this changes the game versus a temporary checklist, right? My type A high achieving ladies, you know how to do a checklist. And so that's not the problem. It really is having the identity of becoming a woman who not only loses the weight, but also holds her transformation and maintains her goal body. And that keeps you from losing the same 10 to 20 pounds over and over again, and being able to truly live in your goal body, which is so key for 2026. I want this for literally everyone. The mindset work is also super crucial because there's so many patterns and things that we do on sort of autopilot that we don't even realize are sabotaging us, holding us back. And so this is something that, again, we're going to really get into in my platforms in the month of January, but all year long. And also, I talk about these things all the time. So if you're new to me, my podcast is a wealth of mindset information. If you know that that's really what you need to work on in 2026, it's not more logging your food and getting your hot girl walk in. It is more so the mindset work. Definitely check out my podcast. And again, make sure you're subscribed and all the things, because we're going to go deep on all of this in the month of January and 2026. All right, the 6th and final thing. And by the way, my next YouTube video is actually going to be us doing this together. So this is a mistake I don't want you to make in 2026, is creating like the perfect plan. I know we're all about the like new year, new me, goals and intentions and all of that. And I love all of that. I do that with my clients in my community, and we'll be doing some of that for sure in the new year. But here's the problem. So many women create this plan that only works when willpower and motivation are high, when life is not stressful, and then it breaks. This is hands down something you absolutely cannot do if you want to get your goal body this year. We've got to be realistic, and we've got to create a plan for when things are messy, busy, stressful, social events, all of that, and not just the perfect plan under perfect conditions or even just a normal day plan. So again, we're going to do this together, workshop style, on my channel this month. Here's the thing. I am so passionate about getting every single woman to her goal body this year. I know there is a shift that is happening right now, and we're just over it. Like, we're over the temporary cheap fixes that, yeah, like maybe we can lose 10 pounds, but then we instantly gain it back. Our results are temporary. It feels fragile. Like, it feels like you have to white knuckle in order for it to work, and it explodes the minute that real life happens. Again, again, travel, kids get sick, holidays, work stress amps up, like real life. And so I know that this is going to be the year that so many women finally realize that staying in it and long lasting results are truly where it's at, and that it's not going to be super fast. It's going to require you to actually put in the reps and stay in it. But I'm so excited to help you do that. Honestly, what lights me up about helping women lose this weight for the last time is my own journey. When I started my 100-pound weight loss journey, I was choosing the natural route. I wasn't interested in anything I was going to have to rely on forever that was external and outside of myself. I was truly willing to commit and do so much of the internal work, but also not take the fad diet approach. So many people around me were losing weight so much faster than me and doing these really temporary things. And I told myself I did not want that for myself. I did not want to be like my mom, who I had watched be at war with dieting and her body for her whole life. Spoiler alert. She lost 110 pounds at 60 plus years old using our goal body method. So you can break free from this cycle. And that's what I'm so passionate in helping women do, because at the end of the day, you don't want to keep doing this forever. I know you don't. I know you don't want to spend another year with weight loss goals on your list or gaining and losing the same 10 to 20 pounds. And what I'm committed to is showing women the peace and the freedom that comes with a lasting weight loss approach. Being able to wake up and not be worried about this stuff anymore, to not have another year of weight loss goals on your New Year's goals list, or feel like you're coming back from vacation or, the summer season and you've gained all the weight back. Like, there's a world where you get your goal body, you enjoy the process, and you lose this weight for good, and you just get to live in it. You don't have to worry about starting over. You don't have to worry that it's fragile and temporary. It's forever. But that version of you is going to require you to move differently, to think differently, to take a different approach, and to know that this is a long game. It's not the short temporary fix. You're not going to undo years of dieting damage in just a couple of weeks, a 6-week challenge. So if that is for you, if you're like, yes, sign me up, then follow along. Make sure you're subscribed. We're gonna go through this together in 2026, and I just could not be more excited. Yay!
All right, gonna have a little Coke Zero moment while I show you and talk to you about my year-end rituals. Again, I keep this super simple. I am not trying to do the most right here in that weird in-between time of like Christmas and New Year's where I'm like, what date is it even? But there's one thing that really reigns supreme that I make sure I do every single year, and this is my kitchen clean out, inventory, and restock. And so this is just getting into the pantry, the fridge, the freezer, making sure that I have a notebook, because again, I wanna get anything that I need restocked, and also things that I need to use that are like shoved back in the pantry, that I'm like, oh, I should probably use this. This is just so key, because food is the foundation to your fat loss and getting your goal body, and your environment is going to dictate whether you're set up for success or sabotage. And it's totally okay to say, this isn't serving me. Let's get it out of the house, like these brownies that honestly weren't even good anymore. And I've got other sweet treats in the house pre-portioned that are more aligned with my goals, are gonna help me still be able to have the fun foods, but stay in line with the goals that I have set, the progress I wanna make. So yeah, the kitchen inventory for me is really just a matter of going into a new year. This could also happen like in a season. I mean, you can do a kitchen inventory anytime, but looking at the food that I already have so that I can use it, throwing away things that are, expired, outdated, or just not serving my goals, and setting myself up for that success. And I'm going to restock all of these things that I'm out of that really help me with my goals. So this is something that I just don't skip. Like, I do this one no matter what, but also just do my entire environment, the spaces that I spend a lot of time in, like my office. I mean, it could be as simple as a drawer that you want to declutter, and these little piles of papers and things, making your environment peaceful
successful, getting it set up for success. And it doesn't mean you have to do everything. For example, I went into my closet and I was just like, absolutely not. This isn't happening right now, but I got a handle on what I do need to do and I can kind of work on it as I go. But really want to stress the importance of setting your environment up for success in the new year.
All right, at the beginning of the video, I talked about these year-end journaling prompts, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into the description and get this free download, because this is a really good opportunity for you to, again, get real with yourself about exactly what it is that is holding you back. I've already started filling mine out, but I'm gonna sit here and work through the rest of them. But let me just tell you a little bit about what is inside of this year-end journaling session. Number one is a radical honesty check. Look, I get it. I am all about the positivity and new year, new me vibes. But before we can get to that part, we kind of got to do the less fun part, which is getting radically honest with ourselves about what is the real reason that I am still stuck, still spinning my wheels when it comes to the health goals, body goals, and really the patterns and the ownership. So what is it, big or small, that I have repeated this year that has kept me from my goals? This might be habits, thoughts, excuses, choices. So again, we're getting really real here and talking about how have I enabled these patterns? What has the cost been? Okay, like I said, this isn't the most fun part, but it is absolutely crucial that you really take a deep dive and you look at some of this stuff, because it's gonna make such a huge difference for you. If you are truly committed to reaching your goals in 2026, we have to be willing to look at where we're holding ourselves back. We've got the story I'm telling myself. So what is the story that I am repeating to myself over and over again? Maybe it is your genetics, your age. Maybe it's that you can't do this because you're not disciplined or consistent. And what is that story? How is it sabotaging me? Also getting into more of the fun part, your non-negotiable standards. So what have I let slide this year that I need to hold to a higher standard? And then actually putting pen to paper on what are those non-negotiables. So I am gonna sit here and finish working on these journal prompts. I want you to grab these and do this as well. This is really gonna set you up for an incredibly successful 2026 when it comes to breaking these patterns and getting your goal body. All right, feeling pretty solid about this, and I am so excited to go into 2026 with you guys. If you grab these year-end journal prompts and you do them, please message me, let me know, hit me up on Instagram, shoot me an email, comment on the video, and I'm excited to hear what unlocks for you when you do these prompts. I will just say it was kind of humbling. Some things that I hadn't even thought about really surfaced, so cannot stress enough to grab these, fill these out, and again, let me know what you come up with. And if it is your mission to finally lose this weight once and for all and get your goal body in 2026, I have so much in store for you guys on my YouTube channel, on my podcast, in my private email community, and of course you can follow me on social as well. But those first three places are definitely going to be the places that you want to be if this is a goal of yours, and I could not be more excited to do this together. Make sure that you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.